What's up guys, the Strong Boys 19 here. This is going to be a listening and reacting video, and I'm going to be doing the listening and reacting to the new Neil Young and Crazy Horse track called Song of the Seasons. Now this is going to be the first track that Neil decided to release, and this is going to be for their upcoming album entitled Barn, and it will be out on the 10th of December. So that is going to be my very last new album review for this year. Actually, I'm wearing a Sonic Youth t-shirt because they are one of my favourite bands of all time. And apparently, before I jump right into this, Sonic Youth had supported Neil and Crazy Horse on their Era of the Ragged Glory World Tour. But they got booed so massively that they wanted Neil to come on stage. So I do feel bad for Sonic Youth. As much as I love them, I'm a massive fan of Neil Young. He's been one of my favourite musicians of all time. Really had been a big inspiration for me as a music fan. And I have not heard this yet. You're not going to hear the track properly because I'm going to speed the video up because I don't want to get a copyright strike or a copyright claim, whatever. So this is all my first time listening to this. It's 6 minutes. I'm going to pause separate parts of the song to give you my words on it. So here we go.
Looking through a wavy glass window in this old place by the lake, in the colors of the vines, I see nature makes no mistakes.
Okay, musically, this is more or less like a folky Americana type of sound. And as I was listening to this very deeply, I think this was always at like a rawer take of hearing Neil and the band playing together. And I know that a lot of people have been critical on Young's voice. I mean, the guy has been doing it for a very, very long time. And I think that his voice doesn't need to be at like a very top-notch, warmed-up kind of sound like a lot of the other greats. I think his voice throughout a lot of his albums have suited the style, and I know his voice has been like on like a head voice type of vocal technique, but for me musically it's just all really smooth, and you can hear the acoustic guitars so clean, and the accordion, and as well as the percussive brush sound onto the kit and that sweet bass tone. I think this is more or less a sound that reminds me on a bit of a Harvest kind of sound. But so far, I'm in a minute in. I quite like it already.
In the water as it ripples in the wind, there's a message I see of what's to come. In the hunkered spine low above the waves, that's the reason the song is sung. Song of the seasons coming through me now, like the wind in your hair. We'll soar together in the way that we feel. We could wind up anywhere.
I don't know about you, but I am smiling for a bit while I'm listening to this because it's been so long since I've last listened to Neil Young as a whole. I just think his music resonates with me, as I find a lot of his albums, especially onto the classic stuff, to be one of the best rock albums of all time. But I think this structure is really sweet, and I find that that this type of direction for Neil, I think that this would possibly be one of the last touches of his returning back to his beloved classic sound type of era. I have loved Neil and Crazy Horse together, but I am very much anticipated for this new album. And this is going to be the follow-up to the album Colorado, which I have bought, really liked it. But I think that the best Neil Young and Crazy Horse album from the last decade was Psychedelic Pill. But I'm going to go back into this track. I am liking this.
Looking through this clear vinyl window at the city and its ways. As people walking everywhere, it's humanity in my sights. From over there I see you waving at me. I feel the lightness in your stare. I see the flicker of your little eyes. And the stories are that together. Some of the seasons coming through me now, like the wind in your hair. We're so together in the way that we feel that we could go anywhere.
I think what I like as well as with different lyrics go in many of Neil's albums, and especially hearing lyrics in something like this, just because that they can be basic doesn't mean that it's like not as imaginative, because I think that the way Neil has been writing music, he paints some kind of imagery, whether it's something personal or fictional or just something to do with some love or an aggressive protest type of direction for lyrics. I find Neil Young to absolutely be one of the most versatile lyricists. I mean, he's not like anybody else. He's no Bob Dylan, and he's no Lennon and McCartney. He's no anybody else, really. He's just being himself, and that's what I adore the most about him. He's always free and very open to make whatever he wants to write about.
I see the palace where the queen still reigns, behind her walls and lonesome gates. The king is gone now, and she remains. I feel her banners rippling in the rain. Here in this water, as it gathers now upon the road, the horses gate in the rhythm I feel somehow. Song of the seasons coming through me now, like the wind in your hair. We're so together in the way that we feel that we could end up anywhere.
Okay, that was Song of the Seasons by Neil Young and Crazy Horse. I was thinking at first if it's going to be like a return into the dirgy rawness of the crunch rocking driven sound of Neil and the band, but I hope that's going to be included in the other songs for this record. If not, that's going to be totally fine, because I do love listening to Neil Young as an acoustic guitar player as well. Structure-wise, I thought was pretty much effective, nothing really too complex, but I like this song. I like it. Maybe it would be a grower with me the more I will listen to it, and when the album does come out eventually. So for any Neil Young fanatic like myself out there, let me know what you think of this track in the comments down below. I will save my full thoughts of this track when I'll be doing my review for the album Barn. And I just absolutely admire a lot of Neil Young's career, as that he means a lot to me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you guys posted for more videos in the near future.